Syllabus for EPFO, EPFO, EO, AO, and APFC. General English. In General English, parts of speech, structure of sentence, subject, verb agreement, nouns, pronouns, verbs, tense, modals, preposition, conjunction, and articles. Adjectives, adjectives, adverbs, determiners. Reading comprehension, synonyms and antonyms, one word substitution, rearrangement, parajumbles, active, passive, synonyms and antonyms. These are in general English, these are the topics. In general science, physics, chemistry and biology, units and measurement, kinematics including distance, displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration, dynamics and Newton's laws of motion, electricity, pressure and its applications, light, uniform circular motion, and simple harmonic motion. In chemistry, physical and chemical changes, elements, compounds, mixtures, atoms, and molecules. Chemistry in daily life, energy, renewable and non renewable, metals and non metals, acid and bases. In biology, food components, health and diseases, cells and tissues, organ systems, digestive system, skeleton system, muscular system, respiratory system, circulatory system, and reproductive system. These are the biology topics. Now, social security schemes, type of retirement schemes, type of pension schemes, social security schemes for women, LGBTQ plus, children, elderly. Social security legislatures, Employee Pension Act 1923, Employees State Insurance Act 1948, Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952, EPFO, PWD, Tribal Labor, Benefit Act 1961, Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, Unorganized Workers Social Security Act 2008, Industrial Relations and Labor Laws, Industrial Relations, Overview of Industrial Relations, Overview of Industrial Relations, Indian Labor Force, Industrial Relation Evolution and Theories, Trade Unions Evolution Theories, Collective Bargaining, Industrial Discipline and Grievance Procedure, Industrial Conflicts and Disputes, Settlement of Industrial Disputes, Labor Welfare, Wages, Workers' Participation Management, International Industrial Relations, Industrial Health and Safety, Miscellaneous, Old and New Labor Laws, Code on Wages. The Payment of Wages Act 1936, the Minimum Wages Act 1948, the Payment of Bonus Act 1965, the Equal Remuneration Act 1976, the Industrial Relations Code, the Trade Unions Act 1926, the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946, the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, Social Security Code, the Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952, the Employees State Insurance Act 1948, the Employees Compensation Act 1923, the Maternity Benefit Act 1961, the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, the Unorganized Workers Social Security Act 2008. These are all topics in industrial relations. Now, occupational safety, health, and working conditions code. The Factories Act 1948, the Mines Act 1952, the Dock Workers Safety, Health and Welfare Act 1986, the building and other construction workers Regulation of Employment and Condition of Service Act 1996, the Plantation Labor Act 1951, the Construct Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1970, the Interstate Migrant Workman Regulation, Employment and Condition of Service Act 1979, the Working Journalist and Other Newspaper Employees Condition of Service and Miscellaneous Provisions 1955, the Working Journalist Fixation of Rates of Wages Act 1958, the Motor Transport Workers Act 1961, the Sales Promotion Employees Condition Services Act 1976, the BD and Cigar Worker Condition of Employment Act 1966, the the Chain Workers and Cinema Theatre Workers Act 1981, the Dangerous Machines Regulation Act 1983, the Dock Workers Regulation of Employment Act 1948, the Employment of Children Act 1938. Now, accountancy. In accountancy, introduction to the accounting bill of exchange. Meaning of an economic event. Branches of accounting. Understanding the process of accounting. Objective of accounting. Theory of accounting. Accounting principles and conventions, accounting terminology, recording of transactions, business transaction and source document, accounting equation and accounting books, ledger, cash book, and other accounting books, including journals, rules of debit and credit, types of accounts, logic of recording of transaction, trial balance, concept, importance and role of trial balance, types of accounting error, formation of trial balance, suspense account. In Bill of Exchange, the concept and introduction, parties of Bill of Exchange, modes of operandi of bills of exchange, promissory notes, accounting of bills process, rebate of bill of exchange, accounting standards, accounting for share capital, accounting for inventory and investment, accounting for bonus share and buyback of shares, preparation of the final accounts, understanding of trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet, ratio analysis, concept and type of ratios, cash flow statement, basic knowledge of computer applications. In the computer applications, the subtopics are introduction to computer, introduction to computer definition and major parts of computer, uses of computer along with advantage and disadvantages of using computer, history of the computer, generations of computer, types of computers, computer organization and data processing cycle, computer organization, data processing cycle, introduction cycle, hardware and software, introduction to the computer, hardware and software parts, input and output devices, function of the motherboard, types of software. Simply, these are in computer topic. Now, in memory, introduction, memory hierarchy, memory management, memory measurement, operating system, OS system. In that, Introduction, function of operating system, type of operating system, basic understanding of MS and DOS and Windows, computer network. Introduction, components of computer network, type of computer network architecture, network protocols, network topology, introduction to the internet, commonly used shortcuts and full form used in computer parlance. Next, quantitative aptitude. In quantitative aptitude, simplification, simplification, LCM and HCF, percentages, time and work, pipe and distance, time and distance, ratio and proportions, mixture and allegations, profit and loss, simple and compound interest, average, boards and streams, mensuration and 2D, 3D, data interpretation, probability. In general mental ability, alphabetical, alphanumerical series, coding and decoding, syllogism, direction sense, ranking and order, blood relation, letter series, analogy, clock, calendar, dice, Venn diagram, accounting figures, cube and cuboid. Indian culture, heritage and freedom movement. In this, uh, ancient and medieval history, Indus Valley civilization, Vedic age, rise of Mahajanapadas, Mauryan dynasty, post Mauryan, Gupta age, Harsha Empire, Delhi Sultan, Mughal rule in India. Modern history, decline of Mughal Empire and rise of regional powers, reasons for the disintegration of Mughal Empire, lateral Mughals after Aurangzeb, emergence of regional powers, weakness of regional politics, advent of Europeans, advent of Portuguese, Dutch in India, advent of English in India, rise of nationalism and formation of Indian National Congress, reason for rise of Indian nationalism, political association before Indian National Congress, highlights of pre-Congress political work, foundation of Indian National Congress, elderly nationalist, the moderate era, contribution of moderate nationalist, contribution of moderate nationalist, powers and functions of the parliament, prominent moderate leaders, Indian Council Act 1892, Swadeshi movement and rise of extremist, understanding extremist Swadeshi movements, Parliamentary reforms, and advent of Danish. Advent of Danes in India, advent of French in India, rise of British in India, Anglo-French struggle for supremacy, British conquest of Bengal, British conquest of Mysore and Maratha Empire, British conquest of Punjab, Awadh, British conquest of Sindh, Punjab and Awadh, British annexation beyond Indian frontiers, reorganization of British political system, police and administration, revenue administration, significant policies of British to consolidate early reforms during British rule, administrative reforms under British rule, aspects of British administration in India, civil services, police system, judicial system, the army, development in press, development in communication and education, development in communication